Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day for all my friend and my lecturer. We from Group 2, from class L4. We want to present about the role of approach as it relates to the general administrative approach to management. Okay, let's start to explain about the approach. So this is the picture of approach that we present next. The first approach is about the Frederick Winslow Taylor. So he have a fundamental himself principle of Taylor theory. So in this theory is the best method for performing a particular task should be accompanied by the development of a true science of management. Workers should be selected scientifically so that he is being selected as the right candidate for the right job. Have emphasis on scientific education and development of the workers. So also have the intimate, friendly collaboration, the labor and the management. Frederick Winslow Taylor have the concept of definitely led system. The second approach about the Harry James, his contribution like Edmund Taylor's differential led system, and also have emphasis on the evaluation of performance of workers, and also emphasis on incentive based like bonus payment. And Harry James also introduced of a specific charting system. It's called Gantt chart for production scheduling. And Harry James also have a concept. The concept lead to the subsequent evolution of critical path methods and program evolution and review technique. The third approach about the Harry Fayol. Harry Fayol have a theory he is considered as the founder of the classical management school. So the theory focused mainly to identify the principle and skill that underlie effective management. So he introduced the famous 40 principle of management, a theory of its first kind to focus on organization functions. This is 40 principle of management from Harry Fayol. The next approach about the Max Weber. Max Weber have a concept of bureaucracy. So bureaucracy refers to an organization with a legislative formal and key structure, and also to the formal structure process within the same. So Max Weber also have a model of bureaucratic management currently advanced the formation of huge corporations such as Ford. And Max Weber have a competitive global market of the organization like those of GE and Xerox have become like bureaucracy master. The last approach about the Mary Parker Follett. So she contribution she introduced many new elements such as in field of human relation and organization structure. She also called management like the art of getting things done through people. She also emphasizes on the power of group where individuals could combine their diverse talent into bigger achievement. And also have the concept. Follett concept also emphasizes upon the effect of environmental factors like politics, economy, and biology on an individual as well as on a group's performance. The next slide about the viewpoint about the approach in today's context. So we choose Max Weber theory because Max Weber theory also remains until today as it benefits the organization, so that it can be managed more efficiently and effectively. So theory of bureaucracy proved by Max Weber has had a huge impact in the field of organization and administration. For example, many use this theory of bureaucracy during professional social work, and other human service trainer include a manager who can do a job better when working in such bureaucratic organization. So Max Weber have bureaucratic theory. That theory can prove that this theory is not only ideological but it can be applied into any type of organization management that exists today.
Related example. First is Frederick Taylor. Until today, the method introduced by Taylor has been applied by many organizations around the world. This is because this method has proven to be successful in improving employee skill and productivity. For educational organizations, each teacher have to teach certain subjects according to their respective field and skill. For example, a mathematics teacher will teach mathematics subject and mathematics related subject. This is very necessary because a skill teacher knows more about the easy way to give understanding to his student. Next is Henry James. Significance is an important function in management to help increase productivity and achieve organizational goals. One of the famous leaders, very caliber engineers, and very active in social work today is Tan Sri Mokhtar Al-Bukhari. He believed that trade and welfare were interrelated. As a result, a portion of the profit earned by his company will be channeled to charity. He has also established the Yayasan Al-Bukhari, whose role is to safeguard the welfare of the Muslim and non-Muslim community in Malaysia. Next is Henry Fayol. The model management introduced by Henry Fayol in a company or organization is applicable to now. Fayol's management theory introduced 5 management functions, but only 4 management functions are used today, namely planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. This management function is important for a company because it can ensure organizational goals can be achieved, can ensure that all resources that are all factors of production in the organization are used as much as possible to ensure no waste of resource and to ensure the smooth running of a company or organization. This theory is used and guided by many companies or organizations around the world. For example, the big oil and gas company that applied this theory is Petronas. Mary Parker Fowler. The social process is a process of continuous learning. What they learn during childhood to adulthood, they will learn more as a result of interaction. Each individual will experience social processes in their life, from birth, schooling, until adulthood. They need to adapt and change according to needs. For example, while individual was a child, they are more influenced by parents and family. It is different from the school environment because they will be more influenced by friends and teachers. While in adulthood, they will be influenced by the surrounding environment. This indicated that each individual will experience social processes in their life. And the last one is Max Weber. The bureaucratic structure proposed by Max Weber is to achieve a more efficient and systematic organization. In addition, the execution of tasks can be regulated and determined by a system of rules. The bureaucracy in Malaysia will inevitably be closely linked to the public administration system and play an important role in the administration of the country, socio-economic development, and the process of modernization in Malaysia. Advantage of Teller. First is planning and scheduling. Tellers organize employee tasks from start to finish. He reduces the movement and activity of employees as well as minimize the use of equipment. Careful planning and scheduling are very important for an organization so that the work can be complete on the time and there is no wastage of resources in the organization. And the second is wage incentive. Teller also set the pay rate according to the amount of production produced as an incentive to increase the work rates. This can motivate workers to spend more to earn high wages. Incentive provide allow an employee to focus on job target to improve job performance. And the third is work specialization. Frederick Taylor has talked about the importance of someone who specializes in every organization. For example, every discussion in organization is person skilled in the field and the person who will be responsible for leading and training the employees under it. Next is advantage of gains. First is bonus payment system. Gates introduced a bonus payment system based on the concept introduced by Taylor of rewarding piecework. However, he has made reform to this concept. According to the gain system, a person who perform a given additional task will receive a bonus in additional to be fixed salary that has been credited. Second is the responsibility of the leader to the community. After Taylor's death, Henry Gaines has continued Taylor's struggle, but is more focused on the company's role and studying leadership function. Henry Gaines was very convinced that management had a great responsibility to society, and every company that made a great profit should make a certain contribution as a charity for the benefit of society. And the third advantage is Gantt chart. Charts are an effective tool for setting the execution of works. Gantt charts are used in a variety of tasks that show the process of completing a task. The process is divided into several stages, and for each stage, there are time periods shown on the chart. So this chart becomes a very suitable tool for planning and monitoring production works. Next is advantage of FIRES. First is work planning. According to Henry Fayol, there are 5 basic things that comprise the administrative duties or function in an organization. Henry Fayol's 5 basic things are planning, organization, control, direction, and coordination. And the second advantage is managerial skill. Managerial skill can determine the basic function of a company and business lifestyle industry activities, namely technical, commercial, financial, security, accounting, and the last one is administrative activity. The last advantage of FIRE is efficiency. The organizations aim to combine all the activity in the one organization to achieve success and achieve the state vision and mission. Through this organization, work can be done more regularly and can increase the effectiveness of the work done. Next is advantage of FIRES. First is social processes. Individuals who are born will be shaped through social processes experienced on a daily basis. FIRE encourage people to be active in group in society because through this social activity, they will learn about democracy which cannot be learned in the form of classes. The second is management. In administration and management, FIRE suggests there should be interaction with each other in achieving common goals in the development process. FIRE puts more emphasis on studying in terms of timing for the execution of specific tasks and movement optimization. And the last advantage of FIRE is power. Mary Parker Fowler has developed the cellular power theory by proposing the idea of reciprocal relationship to understanding the interaction between each individual in society. By combining various tendencies, one's self-management can be improved. She suggested that organization acts on the principle of power which democracy is necessary in politics or industry. Next is advantage of Weber. First is accountability. According to Max Weber, every regulation must be rational and important responsibility in an organization. The decision-making process is very important in all organizations. Therefore, a bureaucratic structure is essential. Bureaucratic structure between government choice in determined decisions. The second advantage is asset specialization. A work in organization must be done clearly and have a hierarchy so that the work in an organization is more organized and systematic. Therefore, this bureaucratic structure can be further strengthened when having a hierarchy and specialization in the organization. And the last advantage of Weber is preparation for works. Weber agreed with the idea put forward by Frederick Taylor, who said that to ensure efficiency in an organization, the preparation of work at the beginning must be based on the needs of the work within the organization. Bureaucratic organizations use the method of selecting employees according to the approval of a person before inserting an organization.
The disadvantages of Frederick Winslow. First is limited functionality and relevance. Taylor's theory has limited relevance because most of those theories are hypotheses. This is because scientific management can only be applied in industries where the product can only depend on the quantity and quality of production. Second is difficulty of separating the preparation from the performance. Taylor's theory has always stated that the preparation and arrangements performed are unique and separate entities from the presentation. Based on theory and conjecture, the planner only needs to do the preparation well and arrangement until the preparation is done most often. Last is exploitation abuse of labor. Taylor's theory's definition of scientific management places great emphasis on the workforce to achieve capability and efficiency at the highest level. The human factor of the worker is completely ignored with unnecessary emphasis on the profit motive of production. The disadvantages of Henry Gun. First, it takes a long time to complete. This is because to prepare a Gantt chart is not necessarily intuitive, especially if you use a spreadsheet or the same software as the spreadsheet. For example, of similar software such as Spreadsheet are Microsoft Project, Smartsheets, or Wrike. Second is, maintaining a Gantt chart is not easy and confusing. This is because traditional Gantt charts are great for gathering a first glimpse of a project for planning purposes. However, once successfully implemented, good luck to proceed efficiently. Third is, Gantt charts are made to become messy quickly. This is because by adding a lot of detail or just have a lot of tasks in the Gantt chart can make it chaotic and difficult to understand at a glance. The disadvantages of Henry Fayol. The first disadvantage is based on human application. This is because naturally every human being will make mistakes. Henry Fayol's theory works on the basis of harmony between human beings where unity is formed to create a strong management team. The second disadvantage is relies on experience. This is because a large number of writers in management develop their ideas based on their experience with only a few types of organizations such as managers or consultants. For example, Fayol's work stemmed from his experience with large manufacturing companies experiencing a robust environment. The third disadvantage is untested assumption. This is because there are many assumptions made by classical writers not based on scientific tests, but on assessment that state what they believe to be lifestyle, moral code, and the right attitude toward success. The disadvantages of Mary Parker Follett. The first disadvantage is major problem in the idealistic and impractical thinking. This is because Mary Parker Follett was one of the great thinkers in the field of management, and her broad and futuristic mind was able to imagine a problem about management for years before it actually happened. For example, Mary Parker Follett gives the idea of conflict resolution as the best solution during conflict in an organization is integration and not compromise or domination. The second disadvantage is that it does not scientifically interpret the social content of organization. This is because Baker observed that Mary Parker Follett was never a systematic writer. In addition, she also came up with interesting ideas more or less randomly. As a result, Mary Parker Follett's work was criticized and the consistency was hard to find as well as hard to follow. The disadvantages of Max Weber. First is rigidity. This is because rules and laws are very rigid and inflexible under bureaucracy. As such, the initiative and creativity of employees is discouraged by strict adherence to rules and laws. Second is red tape. This is because there are too many red tapeism and papers used. Every decision is taken after detailed discussion with many people. Third is the displacement of goals. This is because an organization has been divided into various units or can be called as subunits. Top management has also formulated subunit objectives. From the above discussion, it can be seen that management is one of the key aspects in an organization. it is required for an efficient and effective flow of operations as well as continuity. Management can actually be said to involve the management of human resources, financial resources, time resources, and material resources. This is because various approaches to actual management are looking at the same thing but from different perspectives. However, this is done provided it involves planning, organizing, motivating, leading, and coordinating. So, that is management. Various management approach according to methodical understanding have been explained as well as the limitation and relevance of their respective theories.
That's all from us. Thank you.